everyone. Today I want to share with you 6 different applications that I use to learn English. This is my top 6 of applications for learning English. Let's begin. In this video I'm gonna talk about the 4 different skills for improving your English. So I'm gonna talk about listening, writing, speaking and reading. So let's start with writing and my application number 6. Okay, so this is an application called Snaps. It's similar and it works similar to Google Keep. So this application is for you to keep keep track of your thoughts and your plans for the week.
With Snaps, I keep track of my thoughts and I keep like a journal or a diary. I do it in Spanish, but I can also do it in English. This is a very good exercise for you to type to write in English. This is a good output exercise for you to do.
My application number 5 is more about reading and yes, typing maybe. So it is word reference. It is useful for searching different images and to connect the images with the words that we were searching.
So you might be wondering why I chose word reference as one of my favorite applications. Well, actually, the trick is not the application itself, but linking the word that you were searching with an image. For example, I here search the word castle, I can have the IPA, and I can go to images to find an image related to it.
Okay, in the top number 4 we have for reading and writing, we have Quora. With Quora we are going to be able to read and to write different questions we might have in our lives. So you can solve things very basic questions like how do you spell this and this and this to more advanced questions and critical questions.
Okay, here we have Quora. And Quora, for example, this question, what are some signs of intelligence? Well, it's very thrilling and very useful, this information that we find here in Quora. As long as it is very appealing, you are going to find yourself very engaged with the information, and you can also upvote if the information was useful. You can also publish your own questions. It is like a social network for questions and answers.
Okay, in my top 3 I have for learning vocabulary the application called Quizlet. Quizlet is a very useful application for you to get lots of vocabulary. If you want to be practicing, if you want to improve your vocabulary, this is the best option for you to get it.
Quizlet as an amazing application for learning vocabulary. I highly suggest it to you because with Quizlet I learned lots of useful vocabulary and I always was ahead of a lot of people in terms of vocabulary. I read the book Percy Jackson. I had this unit, so you can modify, you can add your own words. You can click on have a more detailed view. You can click on sound to hear what the word is pronounced, and you can have very different options. You can try test yourself in the part of testing is a multiple choice question, and you can have different tests. For example, here I have the word make yourself at home. So you have the description. The application gives you feedback. You can modify the words. You can add the words you want to, and you can increase your vocabulary more and more.
In the top two, in the applications that I used to learn English, that were my favorite, in the top two, I have Voice of America. Voice of America is very good for listening and for you to start to read very basic news. You can have different options and you can be able to understand very easily because the English that we got here is very basic.
So this application, Voice of America Learning English, is very important because you can find the news and you can find them with text and with audio. You can alter the speed of the text, and you can have like while you are reading, you can be listening at the same time.
SpaceX is making history by aiming to be the first private company to launch American astronauts into orbit. But the company is breaking new ground in other ways too. It has designed a completely new style or look for its astronauts and spaceship. The spacesuits for NASA astronauts Robert Behnken and Douglas Hurley appear much thinner than traditional designs
As you can
from the
see,
past.
the velocity or the speed
The
was
smooth
altered.
Okay, and my top one application, my number one is Netflix. Because with Netflix you can have lots of movies, series, sitcoms, and you can have them in English and even with subtitles. You to start to listen with subtitles and gradually start to diminish this quantity of subtitles. So I really suggest Netflix. Okay guys, those were all of my applications. So I'm hoping that you enjoyed this list. I am missing speaking, but you can use WhatsApp, well, with a friend of yours, and a colleague, a friend, a teacher, or somebody who speaks in English, and you can have conversations and you can speak with them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and give it a like. See you in the next time.